Hello everybody, welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episode. As always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We have constant content coming out for you guys all the time, every single day pretty much. We appreciate all of our patrons. Those tips and support are just going to go towards making the channel better. We're hoping to add some more games as soon as possible. There are ways that some of our viewers could certainly help us add some more games quicker. If you're curious about it, go ahead and check the description of the video down below. No pressure. We appreciate you guys just coming in and watching. And we're delighted to film these things for you guys. Eventually, we will add all this stuff in. It just may take longer than normal. And I hope all of you patrons appreciate the patron-only exclusive videos we're putting out for you guys every single week. Please email us on that site if you have anything in particular you want to see. And for the rest of you guys, always email us at sincityliving@gmail.com. We love shooting videos for you guys. Anything strategy related, questions, craps, baccarat, pai gow, blackjack, just casinos in general or Vegas in general. Please email us. We love shooting these videos, and the emails just kind of ebb and flow. Some weeks we get 4 or 5, some weeks we get none. So please, anything. Shoot us an email. Even suggestions for some of our new shows that we've added in, the Las Vegas True Crime and the Vegas History stuff. If you've got any suggestions or questions, please email it to us. We're more than happy to shoot this stuff for you guys. You know, even our patrons, I'd be happy to shoot one of the a true crime or a history one as a patron exclusive if you guys have anything in particular you want to see. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. Now, this one is probably going to be a little bit of a series. Each one of these is going to cover one particular thing. And I'm going to cover the best strategies for playing craps. All right, none of these convoluted ones, just the best ones that the dealers see. And I'm going to base it on, each video is going to be one particular strategy. Now, these strategies we've gone over in the past, but I want to go back over them and show you statistically how they could work and what could happen. And then after all 3 of these have aired, we're going to go ahead and air a side-by-side comparison of them all. Okay, so the very first strategy that we're going to go over is, of course, fairly well known. This, of the 3 absolute best strategies out there, I would put this one as number 3. Okay, maybe number 2, possibly number 2, below the power press, or above the power press, but below the mid press. But definitely not, in my mind, the top strategy. And it is the classic iron cross. Now, you notice I've removed the puck because, again, I'm just going to be going over the statistical likelihood of some of this stuff and how it would perform. So a correct iron cross on a $10 table would require 3 units each on the 5, 6, 8, and then 2 units on the field. A proper iron cross has more units on the numbers than in the field. Otherwise, you're basically zeroing out on the most common numbers to roll. So let's look at how this will work. And we're going to look at 3 different scenarios. A roll that goes 15 rolls without a 7, one that goes 30 rolls without a 7, and one that goes 45 rolls without a 7. Okay? Now, we're going to use the statistical likelihoods. Now, of course, with the power press method, especially in the mid press method, those methods are looking at what happens if a roll goes beyond the statistical likelihood, breaks the statistics, especially with the power press where we want one number to roll more times than is average or expected. But I want to break this down to just the statistical likelihoods and see what happens. So in a 15 rolls without a 7, statistically, the 2 and the 12 both are likely to come each a half a time. So we'll just say 112. That way we get the best payout for it. So this would pay $30. I know this says pay double, but a lot of places are going to pay triple. So it's going to pay $30. I'm going to put it right there. Okay. Now, the 3 and the 11 both would roll once each statistically. So we'll just pay that field twice and put this over here. Now, the 4 and the 10 would roll 1.5 times each. So we're going to say once on the 4 and twice on the 10. Now, again, this is only going to be in the field, so it's going to pay just like that. Now, for the 5 and the 9. The 5 and the 9 each statistically are going to roll twice. So let's look at this. If the 5 rolls twice here, you're going to win $11. Okay, $21 payout minus the $10 you lose there. So you're going to win $11. So we're going to say $22 for the 2 times it rolls. And then the 9 rolls twice. You're going to get paid twice over here. So that covers the 5 and 9. Now with the 6 and 8, they're on average going to roll 2.5 times. So we'll just say 2 and 3 just for ease of use. Okay. Same thing. Each time it's going to win $11. So that's going to be $55 total. That is 1. And there we go. That would be the statistical likelihood of these numbers rolling, and what could happen on a 15 roll with no 7. Looking at 177. I'm sorry, 177. Now, what about 30? Well, with 30 rolls, now the 2 and the 12, each are going to roll once. So it's going to pay 20 and 30 for a total of $50. Okay, so now we're in that 30 rolls for that is 7. And statistically, the 3 and the 11 both are going to roll twice. So they're going to pay $20 each for a total of $40. Okay, so $40 for the 3 and the 11. Now the 4 and the 10 are statistically going to roll 3 times each. So that's going to pay the field 3 times each for $30 each for a total of $60. I'm going to take 15 here, and we're going to throw in 75. Then I'm going to change it out. Now the 5 and the 9, each are going to roll 4 times. So if it's a 9, this is going to get paid. So it's going to get paid $40. Okay. Now, if it's a 5, again, it's going to make $11 in profit, and it's going to make that $11 in profit 4 times. That's going to be $44. Okay, $44. Keep coloring this up as I go. Now, with the 6 and 8, each one of those will roll 5 times statistically. So $11 profit each time, $55. $55 in profit each. That's going to be $110. So, Classic Iron Cross on a 30 roll no 7 is looking at making $344. On 15 roll no 7, it's looking at making $177. Now let's look at 45. Now 45 rolls without a 7, you get between the 2 and the 12, 1.5 times likelihood. So we'll say, just for fun and just for ease of use, especially because we're going to do it a little bit different later on the others, we're going to say 2 times for the 2, or 1 time for the 2, and 2 times for the 12. That way it pays a little bit better. So twice it's going to get paid $60. Once it's going to get paid $20. So it's going to get paid a total of $80 there. Now, the 3 and the 11 are going to roll 3 times each. Statistically, it's going to roll 3 times each. That's going to pay $10 each time. So 10 times 6 is $60. So on the 3 and 11, it's going to make $60. Color this up as I go. Now the 4 and the 10. 4 and the 10 would be 4 times and 5 times. 4.5 times. 4.5 times each. So we're going to say 4 and 5. Just for ease of use, that's going to be 9 total times. 9 total times it's going to get paid in the field. That's $90. I'm going to take $10 here so I can throw in another black. Okay, so that's the 4 and the 10. Now the 5 and the 9, we're looking at 6 each. 6 rolls each. So on the 9, $60, right? Because it's going to pay that 6 times. So $60. On the 6, $11 in profit, 6 times is $66, right? So, $66. Color this up. Now we get to the 6 and 8. Now, 7.5 times each statistically. So we're going to do 7 and 8. Really doesn't matter either way. So we're looking at 7 times 11 here, 77. 77. And then we're looking at 8 times here, so we're looking at 88. And we're going to do 90 for 2. Now let's see what we have here. $45 rolls with no 7, we're looking at $521. $521 in profit. Now, let's look, because I have the time, let's go ahead and look at 60 rolls. Now, 60 rolls is pretty basic, because at this point we just double the 30.